Imagine you just earned $2,000. Now imagine you lose $250 of that right after getting paid. Not from a tax bill or a loan payment. From staring at your screen, clicking back and forth between 4 tabs. You're tracking stocks, reading news, checking your budget, and answering emails. All in 1 hour. How much time does that take? About 25 minutes of focus gone. Now multiply that by 10 hours a week. That's 250 minutes lost every single week. Over a year, that's roughly 400 hours. If you bill $150 an hour, that's $60,000 in hidden revenue bleeding out. No invoice, no receipt, just invisible tax. Think about it. You're the CEO of your own business. Every tab switch is a tiny internal meeting you don't schedule. You decide to check the news while reviewing your portfolio. Then you switch to your email. Then back to the charts. Your brain resets with each jump. Experts say this reset costs your brain energy. That energy could be building wealth instead. Ask yourself, how many tabs do you have open right now? Are you really focused or just busy? If you could lock down your screen for just 2 hours a day, what would you build? Maybe a side business. Maybe a better investment strategy. Maybe just a clearer mind. The money isn't lost in the market. It's lost in the clicks. Think about your brain right now. It's a physical machine, not just a cloud. When you switch tabs, something biological happens inside your skull. This is called attention residue. Your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for planning and focus, gets interrupted. Every time you click to a new tab, your neural pathways must physically reorganize. Think of it like a tangled wire bundle being untangled and rewired every few seconds. This process creates a measurable cognitive drag. Your brain burns extra glucose just to reload the old task's parameters. You lose mental speed. You miss details. You make slower decisions. How much time does that add up to? Try this. Say you spend 30 seconds switching tabs 5 times an hour. That's 2.5 minutes lost every hour. Multiply that by your workday. Suddenly, you've wasted nearly an hour of high-value focus. Where did that hour go? Into the digital void. It's not in the market. It's not in your bank account. It's lost in the clicks. Can you feel the weight of it? That's the cost of context switching. It's a silent tax on your productivity. The money isn't gone forever, but the opportunity is. You could have made a better trade, reviewed a report, or solved a problem. Instead, you reloaded your browser. Your brain paid the price. And next time, the cost is higher. Why? Because your focus is already fractured. You're starting from behind. Imagine the clock ticks. 10 minutes. That's the total time you spend switching tabs, checking email, and bouncing back and forth. Sounds small, right? But here's the catch. Each switch resets your brain. You lose the momentum you built. Say you have 1 hour of deep focus time. If you switch tabs 5 times, that's 50 minutes of switching and only 10 minutes of actual work. You didn't just lose 5 minutes. You lost 45 minutes of pure, undisturbed thinking. That's a huge chunk of your day gone. Now, what if you do this every day? 1 hour becomes 45 minutes of real work. Over a month, that's 125 extra hours lost. That's like losing 3 full work weeks. Where does that time go? It goes into nothing. Just mental friction. Think about your brain, right? It's like a muscle. Every time you switch, you tear the muscle fiber. The next time, it's harder to build strength. You start from behind. Your focus is fractured. And the cost isn't just time. It's money. Those 45 minutes lost could have been spent earning, saving, or investing. Maybe you were working on a side project, learning a skill, or reviewing your portfolio. Now, imagine if that focus had created an extra $1,000 in value. You just erased that potential. So what does this mean? Small, frequent switches create a compounding effect that drastically reduces your effective work hours. It's not just about the minutes you spend switching. It's about the minutes you could have used to build something valuable. You're paying a hidden price. Every tab switch is a tiny tax on your attention. And over time, those taxes add up fast. So what's actually happening in your head? Every time you switch tabs, your brain doesn't just jump. It bleeds. You lose the thread. You have to rebuild context from scratch. That's shallow work. Think about it. You're trying to solve a complex problem. Maybe you're analyzing an investment strategy. Then, a notification pings. A new tab opens. Suddenly, you're scanning headlines instead of deep diving into the data. That shift costs real time. You might think you're just checking something quick, but that quick check fragments your focus. Here's the result. You stay stuck in shallow work. You're constantly starting over. You never reach the deep state where breakthroughs happen. You end up doing busy work instead of valuable work. Imagine you saved $200 a month for a year. That's $2,400. Now imagine you spent 15 minutes every day switching between tabs. That's 4.5 hours a week. Over a year, that's 235 hours. If your high-value work is worth $50 an hour, you lost over $11,000 in potential earnings. Not because you didn't work, but because your attention was scattered. Shallow work keeps you in a loop. You feel productive, but you're not moving toward big goals. You're just reacting to stimuli. To earn more, you need to master your focus. You need to protect your deep work time. Stop the constant switching. Your brain will thank you, and your wallet will too. Picture this. You just checked a bank app, then your phone buzzed. You switch tabs, then an email pops up. By the time you return to your bank app, your brain is scrambling to reload the previous mental context. It's like starting a computer from scratch every time you open a new tab. That reload takes energy. It burns glucose. It creates mental fatigue. Over hours, this constant reloading adds up. Your stress tolerance drops. You feel that familiar tightness in your chest. You stare at a spreadsheet but can't focus. Why? Because your mind is half in, half out. You're tired. You start delaying the hard tasks. Maybe the tax return. Maybe the investment analysis. That delay creates anxiety. The anxiety makes you check your phone again and again. You've seen headlines about big moves in the markets. Goldman traders hitting record highs. Tech stocks shifting fast. But even those pros deal with distraction. They guard their focus like gold. Why? Because context switching kills performance. A simple task like reviewing a quarterly report can take twice as long when interrupted. You might finish it later, but the quality suffers. Small errors creep in. A missed decimal point. A forgotten line item. Suddenly, that $2,000 you earned earlier shrinks. Think about your own week. How many times did you jump from one screen to another? Each jump costs you, not just time, your mental bandwidth. That bandwidth is your currency. When you spend it on endless tab hopping, your deep work time evaporates. You end the day exhausted. You dread the next morning. So what's the fix? Protect your focus. Turn off non-essential notifications. Batch your checking. Give yourself blocks of uninterrupted time. Your brain will thank you, and your wallet will too. Picture a senior software engineer named Marcus. He's been coding for 15 years, yet his salary has barely moved in 3. Why? Marcus treats his desktop like a browser with 40 tabs open. Every time a Slack message pings, he switches. Every time an email arrives, he shifts gears. That constant toggling creates invisible drag. It's called context switching cost. Think about your own day. How many times did you check your phone in the last hour? Maybe 5, maybe 10. Each switch steals a chunk of mental energy. That energy could have built something. It could have solved a complex problem. Instead, Marcus spent the day responding to small distractions. His deep work suffered. He missed the chance to lead a major project launch. The team had to hire a new senior developer to pick up the slack. That hire cost the company nearly $180,000 in the first year alone. Marcus didn't fail because of a lack of skill. He failed because of unmanaged attention. His brain paid the price. His wallet paid the price too. You might wonder if tools can fix this. They help, but only if you use them intentionally. You need to create boundaries around your focus time. Turn off non-essential notifications. Batch your checking. Give yourself blocks of uninterrupted time. Your brain will thank you, and your wallet will too. Now, ask yourself, what project are you currently under-delivering on? Is it the one you keep postponing? Or is it the one you're doing just okay, while half your mind wanders? The difference between a plateau and a breakthrough often comes down to this. Picture your laptop screen. You're on a deep work task. Then you check email. Then you switch back. That tiny loop steals focus. And focus is money. Every time you jump tasks, your brain pays a hidden tax. This tax shows up as mistakes, slower work, and missed deadlines. But how do you measure it for yourself? Start small. Try this. For the next 48 hours, jot down every time you switch tasks. Just note the trigger. Did a notification pop up? Did you remember a text? Did your phone buzz? These triggers reveal your patterns. You might be surprised. Most people switch far more than they realize. Imagine logging this for 3 days. Day 1, you catch 25 switches. Day 2, 30. Day 3, 22. Add them up. You have a number. This is your personal context switching tax. Now, multiply that by your hourly rate. Say you earn $50 an hour. Each switch costs you 15 minutes of deep work. 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. 25 switches means 6.25 hours lost. That's $312 gone in one day alone. Does that sting? It should. This number makes the invisible visible. Before you fix anything, know the cost. Write that number down. Put it where you'll see it. Next time your phone buzzes, remember the price. The fix comes after you know the damage. You can't save what you don't measure. So, grab a notebook or a simple app. Track your switches. Get your number. Then, we'll talk about how to stop the bleeding. So, what happens when you finally see that number? It's not just a count. It's a map of where your attention leaks. Now let's plug the holes. Start by creating a dedicated browser profile. Use one strictly for work or deep work, another for email, another for browsing. Keep them separate. Your brain loads different contexts instantly. Next, enable focus modes on your operating system. Turn off notifications for non-essential apps. Hide the dock. Remove visual clutter. Make switching harder. If you must switch, make it deliberate. Stand up, stretch, walk to the kitchen, then return. This physical movement resets your mind. You aren't just clicking tabs. You're moving through space. Think about your desk. Do you have too many monitors? Maybe 2 is enough. Do you have sticky notes everywhere? Clear them. Put only the next action in front of you. Less friction means fewer switches. Over time, this builds momentum. You stay in the flow longer. Your brain stops bleeding money on context. Each switch costs real cognitive energy. That energy could have built wealth. So, grab your notebook again. Track your switches for a week. Then tweak your setup. Watch your focus improve. You'll notice tasks finish faster. Stress drops. Money stays in your pocket. This isn't magic. It's engineering. You design your environment to protect your most valuable asset, your attention. Now, let's build your focus engine. You need a simple, repeatable system, not a theory, a protocol. Start with the 2-minute rule. When a distraction pops up, ask, can I finish this in 2 minutes or less? If yes, do it fast. If no, push it into a container later. This stops the micro decisions that kill momentum. Next, use time blocking. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Work hard, then take a 5-minute break. No phones, no tabs, just reset. This creates natural rhythm. Your brain learns when to sprint and when to breathe. Over time, the transition becomes easier. Finally, try the single tab challenge. Open only one relevant tab while working. No browsing, no news, no quick checks, just one source, one task, one flow. Start with 10 minutes a day. Expand slowly. You'll notice your mind stays sharper. Errors drop. Completion rates rise. Combine all 3. 2-minute rule for small distractions. Time blocking for deep work. Single tab discipline for total focus. Practice this daily. Your brain adapts. Context switching costs fade. Money you save from lost productivity starts adding up. Say you lost $50 a day to tab switching. That's $2,500 a month. Put that into a savings account. Watch it grow. This isn't about willpower. It's about design. You build habits that protect your attention. And your attention is what makes every dollar count. Think of your brain as a high-end server running multiple tabs. Every time you switch tasks, it pays a hidden tax. That tax is time lost, focus fractured, and money left on the table. In 2026, the cost of distraction isn't just annoyance. It's a direct hit to your portfolio. Imagine you just earned $2,000. If you spend 20 minutes every day switching between your trading screen, your email, and your social feed, that's nearly an hour of deep thinking wasted. Over a year, that's 365 hours of potential value creation gone. Now, ask yourself, what could you have built in that time? Maybe a side project, a new investment strategy, or a skill that earns you more. The market rewards clarity, not chaos. While headlines like the Social Security funding debate or tourism price wars in China distract us, the real opportunity lies in your own discipline. Mastering one session of uninterrupted focus this week is the lever you pull. Commit to 90 minutes where nothing else happens. No notifications, no email checks, just deep work. Do this, and you'll see immediate returns in your mental clarity and your bottom line. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Protect it like it's cash. Start now.